Hi friends, in this video tutorial I'm going to share two different Halloween treat holders using the Spooktacular 6x6 designer series paper. Aren't these papers adorable? You get 4 different double-sided designs, 12 each of the different double-sided designs. You've got these adorable Halloween designs on one side and striped design on the second side. And I'm going to share two different projects. The first project is if you have pieces of candy, so small to medium sized candies. And the second one is if you want to create a holder for a regular sized candy bar. So I'm going to start out with project 1, and I'm going to use this paper. All 4 of the prints are going to work out perfect, and I will show you the other 3 prints already finished. I'm going to bring in my Simply scoring tool and score my designer series paper. I have the measurements provided for you, so I'm just going to scoot this up a little bit, make sure you can see it. So the designer series paper is 6x6. We want to score 1/2 inch along the bottom edge. So I'm going to just rotate it. Since it is 6 inches, if I rotate it and have the bottom over here, I can hold on to this piece, keep it in the corner, and I can score 1/2 inch, which would be 5.5. If you prefer, you can go this direction and do your scoring. If that probably works best if you're left-handed. Being right-handed, I like to go this direction. So then for the next scoring is from the bottom to the score line. So the bottom edge to the score line, so I'm going to rotate it this way. I'm going to score it at 1 3/8, at 1 7/8, 4 1/4, and 4 5/8. I am using the larger end of the stylus, and that way I can prevent scoring so deep that I cut the card or tear or on the cardstock or the designer series paper. Now I'm going to be creating like a cylinder type holder, so I want to break down the fibers a little bit in this direction. So I'm going to take and bring in my bone folder and just hold it flat like this and pull my cardstock up, go this direction and pull it up. And what that's going to do is help me create that cylinder. And I want it, it's going to be like a cylinder type treat holder for the loose candy. So I want to do that first, and you can also take and just curl it up a little bit like that. I am going to take a strong adhesive, and the strongest adhesive that we have in Stampin' Up is the tear and tape, and this works perfect. I love the tear and tape. It's got a backing on it, so you can roll it out, and I'm going to put it on this edge right here. So we're going to create a cylinder, so I'm going to put this on the edge on the front. You can tear it or cut it with the scissors. I'm actually going to cut it with the scissors to get it right to the edge. So I have that on here. Now what I'm going to do is fold my score line down, and then I'm going to cut into each of these score lines. So I have 4 score lines that I just showed you how I did. And I just want to make sure that it's sometimes hard to see them. Here, I can see them better in this fashion. So I'm going to cut those in like so. Now what I want to do is adhere this together like this. Well, I have found that if I take an empty paper towel cardboard, the center of paper towels, that's going to help me a little bit. It is like I can't go right to it, but it just helps me hold it so it stays in that cylinder form. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of pressure here. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool and get this backing off. Then I can line this up, and this is a treat holder going to someone might not save it, so I'm not going to worry that if I happen to get a not even right there, I would not stress about it. You can trim it. But I actually did pretty good for being on the video. Sometimes I turn on record and things don't go as smoothly. So now I have my cylinder portion here. Now what I can do, you can do is fold this in. Now when we put this together, I'm just going to say that this front measurement might be smaller than the back measurement. And for that reason, I'm only going to trim off the angles or an angle off the back flap, just so it fits in better. So I'm going to put that back flap, just trim it a little bit. So then to create the bottom, I'm going to fold in the tabs, fold this in. I'm going to put tear and tape on the front panel here. Now, I always put it on at this time. Maybe it would have been easier to put it on before I formed the little holder, but I tend to just put it on at this time. So hopefully that all makes sense. So put my adhesive here. I can take the backing off. That's what I also love about this tear and tape. You have a backing on it until you're ready to expose the adhesive. I can bring that down, and that's the bottom, and this will stand. And it will stand especially after you put some candy in here. You're going to have a base. And so I'm going to just put some candy in here and show you. It's going to stand on the table like that. So you've got still reveal the face of the pumpkin, and it just works out perfect. Now I have an idea on adding a little bit decorations to this. I did a little bit of work ahead of time. There is a bundle available that's called Oh My Fright. You get a stamp set and dies bundled together for 10% savings, or you can purchase them separately. So what I did was I took this die. It's one die that will cut out all those little, or 3 little bats. So I cut out a few of those, and then I have those. And then what I did was I took the Halloween, Happy Halloween, stamped that on basic white cardstock, punched it out with the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Then I cut out 2 basic black circles using the 2-inch circle punch. So I did that work ahead of time. And then I want to have a jumbo or a large paper clip. What I'm going to do is put the paper clip between the 2-inch circles, and I'm going to use black dimensionals. Black dimensionals, you get 2 sheets of standard size and 2 sheets of mini size, and I'm going to use both. I'm going to take and put a mini dimensional in the 2 of them in the center of that paper clip, and then I'm going to put a large one on top. Now I'll bring this closer so you can see. The reason I did is I put these 2 in here so the paper clip won't go off when I sandwich this between the other circle, and it's on the top so it doesn't push up all the way. So it's going to be secure in there. Then I'm going to take and put 4 more dimensionals, the larger ones, just to go around here. This is what's going to adhere the 2 black circles together. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool to get the backings off. Get the backings off these 2. Then line up this circle. So I have that paper clip sandwiched between that so it won't pull out and it won't go all the way to the inside. Then I'm going to take this circle that I've already stamped, and I'm going to put adhesive on the back. Now I can center this, equal spacing. I can take a couple of these little bats and I can take and attach them to a mini glue dot. And then I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to help pick that up. I'm going to put 1 bat flying this direction right here. I'll take another one. And as I mentioned, you can use any of the 4 designs. And this is just a fun way to, I'm going to have that flying in this direction. What I can do with that is paper clip it to the back. And then I don't have any black shreddy, but I do have white. If you have whatever color you wanted to use, it could be orange or black, you can tuck that in there. And you could also add a white circle here and sign your name on the back or put to from. But that's a cute way to provide some candy, and they will stand. So if you're giving it to a teachers, friends, coworkers, it's going to work out great. I do also want to let you know, with this stamp set, you have the ghost. You can die cut, stamp and die cut the ghost and cut one out of black and create your paper clip with the ghost or the cat. And let me show you what I mean here. Because what I did was I colored this in already, die cut this, put the dimensionals just like I explained with the circle, and then you can take the backings off. And then you can take this and attach this on top of that. It sandwiched that paper clip in, so I can replace that with the cat. So you can make it a decorative one as well. So here is the pumpkin design with the circle. Here is a little Frankenstein one. Here's this one. Aren't those adorable? I don't have a view. I'll share photos on my blog so you can see a view as if they were standing. But just a fun way to give Halloween candy. That is going to be the smaller pieces. And as I mentioned, with the base and the weight of the candy, they're going to stand really nicely on the desk. So my second project I wanted to share with you is, what if your candy is a candy bar and you wanted to wrap that? So I have provided those measurements, and you're going to be maybe surprised, maybe not. They're very similar to the same measurements that I just created this holder with. So it's very similar. So let me show you what we're going to do for that. What we're going to do, if you want to duplicate this, we're going to score our 6x6 designer series paper 1/2 inch along the bottom. So again, I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to score it 1/2 inch from the bottom, which would be 5.5. Then what I'm going to do is score from the top to the bottom. So the whole length, it's going to be scored at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 4 1/8, and 4 5/8. Those are the very same measurements for the previous project. The previous project was just scoring the bottom. From bottom to score line, here's the whole distance. So for this one, we're going to take, I only use my fingers when I burnish designer series paper because I don't want to crack the paper. So I don't take my bone folder and crease it real hard. So you're going to fold all of those in, fold this one in. And what I'm going to do is take my tear-in tape, and I'm going to put it on the front and one of the ends. I'm going to put it on this end from top to bottom. Take my scissors and trim that off. Then I'm going to fold this in. And again, this time you're going to want to do the same thing. You want to cut from the bottom to the score line, the 4 score lines, like so. Then I'm going to take tear-in tape and put on the back of the center one and do that. So for assembly, what I'm going to do is fold this down, and then this is going to be folded like this. And I just want to explain to you, you have a small panel on the bottom and a large panel on the top. You have your seamed together large panel and your small panel. So just so you attach that correctly, peel the backing off. Going to adhere that. Form the bottom by bringing the ends. I put the ends in first, the back, and then take this piece and take your pick tool. Kind of helps get the backing off. So you get the backing off of that. Form our bottom. Now what I'm going to do is take one of the whole assortment punches. You get 3 little ones. I'm going to take this one that has this slit in it. I'm going to pinch this together, place this from the top, and go maybe about 1/4 inch down, punch a hole 1/4 inch down. Look for equal spacing on the right and left. I'm going to just eyeball that, punch this out. Then I'm going to take approximately 18 inches of ribbon. I'm going to use this iridescent black ribbon, and I will give you all the product that I'm using in the bottom portion of the YouTube video. In the text portion below the videos, select the more. In the bottom of that, I will have a link of all the products I'm using, and you can go right to my online store to see them. So with this ribbon, it fits perfect in that those little cuts. So what I did was I threaded it from the front all the way through both holes. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of line those up, take the candy bar, drop it in here. You can still adjust your ribbon, adjust that, match them up, make a slip knot, tie a little knot here. Then I do like to trim these on an angle. Now you have a holder that you can pull out and you can have your candy. So this is an idea. If you have a candy bar, there's a variety of different candy bars that would work. So here we have these. You can also do the M&Ms. These are the peanut butter M&Ms. I have a Hershey's bar here. This one is the one with almonds. And then you can also do regular M&Ms. So this is just a fun way to utilize this cute paper and create some treat holders depending on the style that you want. I will have these measurements in the text portion of the YouTube video. I will have photos on my blog. My blog is Create with Terri Gaines. In the text portion of the YouTube video, there'll be a direct link right to the blog post so you can see the photos and measurements. Please reach out if you have any questions. I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch my other creative videos, like them, share them. I would so much appreciate that. Take care and happy creating.